Hello, my dear students. I hope that you are in a good mood today. Today, we are going to speak about a very serious topic, the legislative power. So, when we hear legislative, we usually think about something that is connected with legal or law. Usually, legislative is connected with democracy and democratic state. But my dear students, what is democracy? Let us find out together with me today. Democracy is a system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. So, we live in a democratic state. What does democratic state mean? Let us find out. A democratic state is one in which the values of democracy are respected. So, we spoke about democracy, democratic state, and we know that in this state, all the democratic values are respected. But have you ever thought about which are they? I'm going to help you today, because together with me, we are going to discover what are the values of a democratic state and why people and the whole state respects them. So, values in a democratic state that should be respected by everyone are people's will and dignity. So, you are free to have a free will, and of course, nobody can infringe your right to be and to possess dignity. The second value is people's government. So, all the representatives that are in the parliament, govern, and so on, they have to represent our thoughts, ideas, and wishes. And of course, another value that should be respected in a democratic state is rights and freedoms. So this means that we have general human rights, fundamental ones, and in a democratic state, they should be respected. Of course, we have freedoms, but we don't have to forget that democracy supposes that we have some limits. So, if I'm free to express my own opinion, I am not, or I don't have the right to attack the person that doesn't share the same idea or doesn't have the same opinion as me. I need to attack just the opinion. And this means that I am a democratic person, but I respect democratic and democracy values. Another set of values are free access to justice. So everyone is free to apply for a just process. Equality before law. So everyone is equal. So I respect the law and the law should protect me because I am equal. It doesn't matter what job you have, what position or status in society you have. And tolerance and equity and etc. Of course, tolerance is very important. So we have to accept the people around us and we have to accept them as members of our society. We shouldn't judge them because this is forbidden in a democratic state. And now we got to the basic word of today's lesson, legislative. So legislative means having to do with making law. And of course, in every democratic state, the state organ that has this job of making laws is the parliament, and I want to tell you that in our country, in the Republic of Moldova, the legislative body is the parliament. And I want to ask you to be attentive because we are going to discover what or which are the legislative bodies of our other countries that are responsible for making laws. If you are ready, let's go together with me in this small and short journey through different states. If we speak about Great Britain, the legislative body is also the parliament. So you know that Great Britain has the head of the state, the Queen, but the parliament is the legislative body and is responsible for making laws in this big United Kingdom. The legislative body of the USA is Congress. If we speak about Russia, of course, the legislative body is the State Duma. And this is responsible for making law in Russia. In Romania, is the same, the parliament. So the legislative body is the parliament, which is responsible for making laws. The legislative body in Ukraine is the Verkhovna Rada. So it's the same parliament as in our country, but it is called different. The legislative body of the Vatican is the Pontifical Commission. It's like a parliament with another name and with other responsibilities, but in general, they are responsible for making laws and accepting laws in a democratic state. We spoke about parliament, and in our country, as you understood, the parliament is responsible for making laws. But which are the basic powers of the legislative body in a state? Let us find out. The first one is legislative initiative. So the parliament initiates the projects of law that should be accepted. Formation of state authorities. So the parliament is responsible for naming, if I can say so, the authorities that are going to work for the state, for our sake. Another power is supervision and control of the national budget, state loans, credit, and foreign aids. So everything that comes in our country from other states, all the aids that we get, and of course our budget is supervised, and the parliament has the greatest power of sharing it among other ministries. Election and nomination of state officials as foreseen by law. So the election, the schedule, everything that is connected with this process is the parliament's responsibility. Now it's time for us to practice. So I prepared for you some tasks that you need to fulfill in order to have a feedback of everything that we have discussed today. So the task is match the words from column A with the words from column B to form meaningful phrases. So the hint is you are going to find some phrases that characterize a democratic state. So please pause this video, work matching these words with expressions, and afterwards let us check. I hope that you have the right answers already, and we have just to check them. The answers are 1F, so to guarantee rights and freedoms. So, as you know, in a democratic state, everybody should guarantee rights and freedoms to all people. 2 with E, to become a matter of considerable significance. So human rights and respecting them can become a matter of considerable significance in a democratic state. 3 with A, to act in accordance with. So of course the Parliament acts in accordance with our Constitution. 4 with B, to be endowed with a good mind. This means that the person, or I don't know, the group, but we speak about people, are gifted, or they have as a gift a brilliant mind. 5 with D, to lay the foundation of a new life. So the Parliament lays the foundation of new life by making laws that are going to be beneficial for everybody. And 6 with C is to carry out one's duties well. So if every person that is a member of the Parliament needs to carry out his or her duties well in order to have a better life and to live in a real democratic state where everybody respects others' rights and responsibilities. And my dear friends, I want to finish this lesson with one big thing that Abraham Lincoln said. Democracy is government of the people, and by the people and for the people. So everything what Parliament does should do for us, for its people. I wish you to have a very nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.